In today's real estate exam prep video, I'm going to show you how to calculate principal, interest, taxes, and insurance using the amortization schedule. And we're going to do that right now. Hey everyone, my name is Vojchehoske and welcome to the Real Estate Classroom YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to calculate what's called principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, which is basically your monthly mortgage payment, using the amortization table, or sometimes called the amortization schedule. I have it on. But before we do that, we have to get back to the basics of what makes up your monthly mortgage payment. All right, and I did a previous video on this particular topic, and you might want to check it out. I'll leave a link right up here in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. So your monthly mortgage payment is made up of four components. We have the principal and interest. Principal and interest is referred to as the P.I.T. That is the amount of money every month that we're paying the bank back for loaning us the money to purchase a house. The next part is taxes, which is the T part of P.I.T.I, and that is money that goes in every month into an escrow account to pay your real estate taxes when real estate taxes come due. And then the I stands for insurance. That's the P.I.T.I portion of your monthly payment. That is to pay your annual insurance premiums. Now, a test question or a potential test question on your real estate exam, it may ask you to calculate the P&I portion of your monthly payment using the amortization schedule, or they may want a full-blown P.I.T.I calculation, and I'm going to show you how to do both in this video. But first, I want to show you how to use this table. It's very simple. On the upper level, we have your loan in terms of years. Are you getting a 10-year loan, a 15, a 30-year loan? And then on your left side is the interest rate at which you're going to obtain that loan. All right, that's your APR, if you will. And it's real simple. So let's say that you're going to get a 30-year loan at 3.5%. All we do is cross-reference here. 3.5, 30 years. And that gives us a loan calculation factor of 4.49. And I'll show you how we implement that into the calculation here in a little bit. So let's try another one. Let's say that your interest rate is 4.75 and you're doing a 15-year mortgage. We just cross-connect here. And our loan calculation factor is 7.78. That is one of two components that you need to calculate your principal and interest payment. Now, we use this amortization table when we're calculating the P&I portion of your P.I.T.I. All right. So to successfully calculate the principal and interest portion of your payment, we're going to follow three steps here. We have to calculate the amount that's borrowed, multiply it by the loan factor, what I just showed you how to calculate there using the amortization table. That gives us our principal and interest payment. And I have the steps outlined here on your screen. Now, on the right side of your screen is a sample real estate exam test question, very typical of what you might see. It says, Tom purchases a home for $100,000. Tom is putting 20% down. That's his down payment. His interest rate for the loan is 3.5%, and the term of the loan is 15 years. So he's going to get a 15-year mortgage. That is enough right there to calculate your principal and interest portion of your payment. However, the test question goes on to say annual real estate taxes are $2,400 and your annual insurance premium is $1,200. And the test question wants to know, what is Tom's monthly principal, interest, taxes, and insurance payment, or that P.I.T.I. But the first thing we have to do is calculate the P&I, the principal and interest. And how do we do that? Well, we have enough information in this test question to calculate everything. So step one is to calculate the down payment that Tom has to bring to the closing. Because remember, we're calculating the principal and interest based on the amount that's borrowed, not the purchase price. So in step one, we're going to calculate the down payment. Step one, we take the purchase price of $100,000 and we multiply that by 20% because Tom is putting 20% down. Tom is going to put $20,000 down. Now in step two, we're going to calculate how much is Tom going to borrow. So step two, we take that $100,000 purchase price, we minus the $20,000 down payment. That means Tom is going to borrow from the bank $80,000. The loan factor, we're going to take 80 times 7.15 to give us the $572 or $572, which is the principal and interest portion of the payment. How did we come up with 80? How did we come up with 7.15? Well, the first one is 80. Remember, the amortization schedule is based on using P&I is per $1,000 that's borrowed. And here's how I tell students to figure this out. We take all the numbers in front of the last comma in the amount that's borrowed, and we use that number. So in this case, Tom's borrowing $80,000. So we're going to take 80, which is the number that's in front of that last comma. So for example, if it was $1,100,000, $1,100,000, we would use 1,100. All right, so we take all the numbers in front of that last comma. But in this case, Tom is borrowing $80,000. So we're going to take 80, which is the number in front of the last comma, and we're going to multiply it by 7.15. How did we get that? Well, going back to our amortization schedule, Tom is borrowing, or his APR is 3.5%, and it's a 15-year loan. So we're going to cross-reference here. That gives us 7.15. So we take 80, multiply it by 7.15, and that gives us our principal and interest payment of $572. Now, your real estate exam question may require you to stop there. They just may ask you for P&I. I've seen that question several times. But I want you to know how to complete this if you have to calculate all four components of your monthly payment, P.I.T.I. So let's do the rest of this math problem. All right, so let's complete our calculation. Let's figure out what our total monthly payment is, our total P.I.T.I. Well, we already know that our P&I, that principal and interest portion of our monthly payment, is $572. So how we figure out the rest is we add two more steps. So step 4, we're going to take $2,400, which represents our annual real estate taxes, and we're going to divide that by 12, which is 12 months out of the year. Because remember, we're trying to calculate our monthly principal, interest, taxes, and insurance payment. So we take $2,400, we divide it by 12 for 12 months. That gives us a monthly total of $200. So that means the bank is going to take $200 of our total monthly payment and put it in that escrow account to pay our annual property taxes that are due. Step 5, we're going to calculate our annual premiums for insurance. So we take $1,200, which is how much our annual premium is. Again, we divide it by 12 for 12 months in the year. That gives us a monthly total of $100. So again, the bank's going to take $100 of that monthly mortgage payment, and they're going to put it into that escrow account. So when our annual premiums come due, then they're going to pay that on our behalf. Remember, escrow accounts are established to pay things like taxes and insurance on behalf of the borrower. So now we can calculate our total monthly payment, or what we call the P.I.T.I. And I have it on your screen here. So our P&I, our principal and interest, is $572. Our taxes, remember our tax escrow requirement, is $200. Our insurance is $100. That gives us our total monthly P.I.T.I. of $872. And that's how we calculate the P.I.T.I. Now remember, we don't know which type of question we're going to get on the real estate exam. The real estate exam may just want us to calculate the P&I, the principal and interest, using the amortization table. Or they may ask us for the P.I.T.I. In any case, this video is going to it shows you how to calculate both. If you're going to continue studying, check out this video right here. It'll help you further understand how we calculate P.I.T.I. If you have not subscribed, check out the little circle to my left here. Comments and questions down below. Love both of them. I'll see y'all in the next video.